Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good afternoon. It is Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. It is PFF Tuesday. We saw another move made yesterday, which kind of boggles me. Logan Wilson, a linebacker on the worst defense in the league, gets traded to the Cowgirls for a 7th-round pick. Now, I understand he's a team captain and a veteran presence, but why are they making moves now? A guy that can only tackle well when the guy runs right at him. He doesn't do well in pursuit. So that move doesn't make any sense to me. Especially for a team that just lost to the Arizona Cardinals. Maybe they expect everybody to funnel them to them. Who cares? What's up, Ricky Sakat? Good to see you, my brother from another mother. I do have PFF best and worst of the offense and defense. But this is for you, Ricky. The best offense was Penei Sewell, Sam Laporta, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jamison Williams. Go figure. The worst on offense, Graham Glasgow was number 1, David Montgomery number 2, Taylor Decker number 3, number 4 was Brock Wright, number 5 was Jahmyr Gibbs. They all had a bad game. That fumble hurt Montgomery more than anything. And Steve Bauer, good to see you, brother. Happy trade deadline day. And according to Dan Campbell this morning, we are looking to find a guard. So whether that's by trade or by free agency, we do not know. Well, I'll let that lie where it lies. See what happens by the end of the day. Nothing happens, they're going to go free agency. Well, best defense was Derek Barnes, Alex Anzalone, Malik Williams, Aiden Hutchinson, and Jack Campbell. I don't know how Anzalone got at the top. He missed a lot of tackles. It doesn't make sense to me. Rudy Fred Peterson, how are you, brother? Worst defense. And I don't know how he made it there with the interception, but it was Amik Robertson. Aleem McNeil. But Kerryon Arnold, how did he get on there? Not good to see so many blockers being on the bottom 5. We will get it cleaned up. I trust. Yeah, so do I. And Fred says he's good. Arthur Mallett and Brian Branch. Campbell's not on the bottom. He was on the on the bottom of the top. Yeah, I know. He did a lot. I think that penalty knocked him down to where he was below Hayden Hutchinson. I think it should have been the other way. I think he should have been up here above the league. They expect he might be able to practice this week. They're hoping that he'll be back at it this week. He's back to looking like anally like 2021. Who determines these scores again? PFF. I know. They say Pro Football Focus, and I say it's Pro Fucked Up Focus, but that's just me. Exactly. It's a mathematical thing, and penalties hurt. That's why Aiden Hutchinson and Jack Campbell was at the bottom. Hutchinson was in the backfield all day. Jim Jackson just laughing my ass off. Yeah, here, just for you, Jim. I'm going to give it to the end of the month. I paid for my streaming services on what before I make a decision on what I'm going to do going forward with podcasts. I'm still going to continue writing. I'm still going to keep doing that because that is something I love to do. But if the fan base can't even get along with each other, it makes it hard for me to want to do this. Just so you know. Because I literally debated if I was paying for the streaming services. I love doing it, but I hate the division that we're even having with each other. We're fans of the same team. You can either accept that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell runs it, or you can sit there and whine about it. And if you're going to whine about it, go ahead and get the number to Allen Park, call in, leave a voicemail, and tell them your concern. They will respond. It just is not always in a positive light. Not to defend the Chiefs at all, but how was that roughing the passer on Jack Campbell when AJ Epinesa did the same thing, same tackle on Mahomes? They didn't call it. Fred, I have enough emotional issues going on, and I can't handle seeing friends go at each other's throats. I also don't like that I saw that on a certain crap talking site that they were making fun of injuries. I think the reason why we had more injuries than the Vikings is 100% what Neil Rule did on Woodward Sports last week, saying he hopes that J.J. McCarthy gets busted again and sacked 10 times. We did sack him 5 times. I mean, it was a sack party out there. El Kadim Muhammad, Jack Campbell, Aiden Hutchinson, Lacey got in the act. Thanks, Steve. Like I said, I won't give up the writing, and I won't give up being a guest. Pat's in the house. Yes, it's back. I finally got it charged up properly. I don't wish injuries on anybody. Daniel's injury was horrific. I hope he heals quickly along with Mahogany suffered a broken leg. He's more than likely going to be out a majority, if not all, of the remaining season. And yeah, Fred, I usually do too. It's a damn shame. It is a torn ACL for Tucker Kraft. He's out for the entire year. Yes, I say I say we should be trading for one or two guards. because I think we can get them both for a day 3 pick, and we have plenty of those. It's either Joel Bitonio of Cleveland or Kevin Zietler and bring them back home. The only problem I don't like about grabbing Zietler is that you may have to move Ratliff because Zietler is predominantly a right guard. And we saw last year, Graham Glasgow was fine at center with Mahogany on the left and Zietler on the right. He actually looked like that couple of games that Ragnar was out, we won. But the whole interior O-line falling apart on that, according to the PFF. PFF is pretty good about the trenches. And like I said, seeing Glasgow and Decker on there, and yet not Mahogany, it makes you wonder how bad Mahogany was because he actually wasn't that bad. But look, it's Penasol and then the rest of the skilled position. Moonscar Blade, good to see you, brother. And this past week, we got our knees bit. They came out, played tougher, played harder, had a good game plan. They had more explosive plays. We were leading the league in explosive plays per week until that game. Exactly, because they were blitzing from everywhere. They were stunting again. It looked a lot like when we blocked against the Green Bay Packers. The difference is we were able to move the ball through the air. We kept the score close. And I don't care what anybody says. That blocked field goal, which equaled a field goal for them, was the difference in the game. Because Isaiah Rodgers ran that thing back to field goal range before he was even stopped. He was gone. Yes, the coffee is flowing good. That's a fresh cup, and it's already halfway down. It's so good. But I don't want to focus on that. We got the Washington Commanders coming up. We don't know if Gary Terry will be able to play. So looking for seeing that. They did it all the time. I knew that was coming. Yeah. I can't believe that we kept it close. You know, the way Lions fans are talking, you would think we got blowed the hell out. The biggest difference was they had AVG back on defense, and they had their entire starting O line out there. That was the biggest difference I saw. But yet we still managed to get 5 sacks. We had more pressures than everybody thinks. I think we had 19 pressures in the game. They had 25. Goff only attempted to throw. No, it wasn't. It was a failure on all 3 levels to execute to our normal level. That's what I saw. We're 25th in the league on converting third downs compared to 8th in the league last year. That's huge difference. And that's because we're not getting in proper down and distance. The third and shorts we're still doing good at, but the third and longs, that was the first conversion of a third and long all season. We were 5 of 17 on third down. We were 3 for 3 on fourth down. When teams look like that and a hurry up offense will wear their ass out and not allow subs, in my opinion, they may have slowed them down, but agreed, we were in that game all the way. Yes. And Goff still completed 70% of his passes. Still had 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. JJ McCarthy had an interception, but he had the rushing touchdown where Annalise took the wrong angle and couldn't catch up to him because he's just not that fast anymore. Say what you want. 25th in the league overall, not just on third and long. That's all of them combined. That's not a good sign. I heard some of it, but you know what? Here's my thing. My only thing on the play calling was third and long, and you do 5 screens out of out of 8 of those third and long. 5 screens, and only one of them even got close to the first down, and that was that one by Gibbs. Gibbs had an awful game. He couldn't find a hole. It was like his vision totally disappeared. Monty on the one game where he did get a first down, got the ball punched out from behind. It was a plethora of bad things that happened all at once. Kudos to the Minnesota Vikings. They won the game while we lost it. We squandered an opportunity. And that's the way I look at it. And after the first quarter, Amik basically, or the first half, Amik basically shut Justin Jefferson down. There was a couple catches here and there. That catch by Jalen Naylor to seal the deal, that was the nail in the coffin. We had them in third and long because they had a false start. What was it, third and 12, and they got a 16-yard completion? It was over. I haven't heard anything bad about Goff, and that probably is clickbait. Um, I hope everybody enjoys my writings. I hope you enjoy my show. I like having it down to the brass tacks. We did not execute in the run game whatsoever. It was awful. The passing game was actually pretty damn good, other than the fact that Goff was getting beat like a redheaded stepchild back there. But we did the same thing to J.J. McCarthy. I'm not going to say we didn't. 5 sacks. I mean, granted, 3 of them came in the second half, but we still had 5 sacks on them. I'm giving it to the end of the month. I'm not going to be all done. I'm probably still going to do some shows, no matter what. But I'm debating if I'm going to do the daily show anymore. Well, he kind of had to because they started tipping their hand towards the blitz. But the run wasn't working. We only did 20 runs, 11 by Montgomery and 9 by Gibbs. That's not a recipe for success. And we also only had 65 yards rushing. This was our worst game stopping a run. What was it, 142 net yards rushing they had? Goff didn't turn the ball over, guys. David Montgomery did. We were dead even on the turnover battles and lost by 3 points. So we didn't even give up a 300-yard game, I don't think. So I'm still waiting to see if we make a trade. So be watching X. I'm on X right now. Jags just traded for Jacoby Myers. Right. Just remember, we will always have toxic fans and people that turn on their own team. I know that. It just it gets old. After we righted the ship in 2022, I can't believe how many fans still doubt everything. I expect a bounce back game. Timothy Becker, how you doing, brother? I expect a bounce back game because guess what? That's what we do after every loss. We have yet to lose a game since 2020, back to back since 2022. And with Jaden Daniels being out, I'm not saying it's going to be easier because Marcus Mariota used to own us as the Tennessee Titans. But this, this is different. Amen. I think the largest reason so many Lions fans are losing their minds about the game is that we swept the division last season and went 15-2. I, I know we're right where I expected to be at 5-3. I'm not upset. I knew we were going to lose a game we shouldn't. I knew we were going to possibly lose week one. I predicted we'd win because I'm a homer that way. I'm not going to predict the Packers would win, but I said they could. I'm always realistic about what could happen. And that's why I didn't give a score prediction in my preview article. It's because I really didn't know what to expect in this game after the bye week. But we are 3-2 under Campbell. So I'm not that upset about it. Would be because we don't even know if he's healthy. I saw rumors that it was posted about how he wishes they'd get a hold of him to play again, but I've also seen on his own IG that he hasn't said anything about that. Grizzly Man Outdoors. I follow him on YouTube and all of that. I don't think he quite looked like a Pro Bowler. He didn't have that great of a game. And Terrion Arnold got his first career interception off of him. Terrion was in good coverage. It was a pass behind the receiver. Yep. Yeah, if they haven't remembered some of the worst loss still to me in this whole regime was that Ravens loss in 2021 when we were up, what was that? 17-16, ended up losing 19-17 off of a field goal that shouldn't have happened because the ref missed calls, two calls on that very same play. Number one, when the clock takes 0, the right tackle jump. Number two, it was a delay of game that didn't get called. Justin Tucker shouldn't even be able to try it. And look what happened over the weekend. The Jags kicker Cam Little set the NFL record at a 68-yard field goal. He already kicked a 70-yarder outside of regulation in preseason. We knew it was going to happen. And we knew it was going to be him, Jake Bates, Fairburn, or Carty for the Rams. One of those guys with the big legs was going to do it. I think that's also the biggest thing. We have gained so many fans in the past few years since we started winning that the majority of our new fans have no idea how long time fans felt yeah, or dealt with. We've dealt with loss. And we've dealt with losses in this regime. It just hasn't been that many. It wasn't just a missed kick. It was a block kick. There's a big difference. That was a great defensive play. I'm not blaming the kicker for getting blocked. I am blaming the entire special teams unit for not stopping Isaiah Rodgers before he run it back to field goal range. It was awful. Isaiah Rodgers ran that back. He almost went to the house. Congratulations. The Patriots managed to beat the Falcons like I predicted. Great job for them. The Cardinals whooped the Cowboys' ass last night. Yeah, I agree, Fred. That blocked field goal meant more to that game. That's what gave them the 10-point lead that we couldn't catch up from. And that dime to JMO was perfect. We needed a big play, and he delivered. Got the tutty. I love that JMO just turned around, caught it. They really didn't hit the break stride and was able to run right down and jump into the end zone. That was awesome. The only good play that happened in last night's game was Dallas blocking the field goal kick. That's funny. So the record is officially set. There was a total of 3 or 4 blocked hits this past week. That's the most in any NFL season across the board for blocked field goals. And here it is. It's only week 10. Holy Christ. It's going to be a lot of them this year. Is it because they're not calling the pushing off? What is it? Yep, we're still, yeah, because the Packers lost to the Panthers. I, them getting their players back was the biggest thing. Yeah, they traded. They didn't sign. You can't sign somebody till after they're traded to your team. And I don't know if they'll get Hendrickson. Who knows? I had a lot of Dallas fans saying, "Oh, we're going to get Max Crosby." That didn't happen, and it won't happen because they said they're not trading him. Poor Max, stuck on a team with an owner that loves him and a team that hates him because they can't get anything done on either side of the ball. The Raiders are lost, not like the Lost Ark. The Lost Ark was found. Just ask Indiana Jones. Pittsburgh finally had a defense and had 6 turnovers this past weekend. That may be. And the Tucker Craft injury is probably the bigger part of it because that happened either at the end of the first half or towards the second half, which is going to hurt my fantasy team a lot. Not going to lie. Yeah, he's fighting an injury too. Yay, I lost both my games. Now I have to depend on TJ Droppinson. Yay. I'm good, Yoli. Sorry to hear about Tucker Craft. That's an awful blow. Exactly. Musgraves is good, but not Kraft good. Kraft has been amazing all year. So Tennessee, Cincinnati, Kansas City, and Dallas are all on the bye this week. That's going to be fun. No, he came back in. He came back in. He's fine. They already said he's fine. So in the one league, I probably have no shot of making the playoff, and I think I might have an outside shot in the other one after that loss. Yeah, outside shot. Sitting at 4-5. Awful. Awful. I'm actually surprised Richardson from Indy hasn't been in a trade option, still on a rookie deal, and showed he doesn't have any potential. Um, he lost the job to Daniel Jones, and it wasn't just because of his injury. It's because he was awful when he came back from injury this preseason. Don't let it fool you. Anthony Richardson is not a quality NFL quarterback. If somebody was going to pick him up, it's to switch him to possibly a running back that can throw or a wide receiver for trick plays and a gadget player. That's all he'd be good for. That's pretty much it. There hasn't been any more trade news yet. What's weird is in the fantasy league that I didn't even try in, I'm 4-5. It was auto drafted because I couldn't get in the ESPN. That's crazy. Have a great day, everybody. This has been Kneecap Biting the Smoking Jeremy B. We go off to face the Commanders. Let's hope somebody takes care of them. They got another player today. Have a good one. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. It's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love, everybody.
Turn it up, it's that time again. Jeremy B. Lines, he's your best friend. Every weekday, Evan, you know the vibe. He's shouting one ride with that rockin' drive. Rolling up the scene, light up that fire. Jeremy's in the booth, taking us higher. With a grin and a laugh, he's got the crowd in a blaze. Smoking out the haters in a rock star haze. The stories that inspire and riffs that will ignite. When one pride echoes, everything feels right. Jeremy B. live every day at 11. Yelling one B right like we're in rock heaven.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.